Magandang umaga, salamat pagi, better morning to each and every one of us. Today is July 19 na po, no? 19 na. And our topic for this Nick Talk, the Real Talk with Nico, today, Sunday, is more on the 2019 investigation daw po, no? According to the National Bureau of Investigation, si NBI Director Attorney Melvin Matibag. Meron tayo dito mga clips, video clips po that I'm going to share with you regarding itong investigation to be conducted by the National Bureau of Investigation in this 2019 SEA Games. Allegations of misdeals or mga corruption na po. Sabihin natin mga corruption na. So, yun ang issue natin for today. But before giving anything else, mga detalles tungkol this issue, let me share with you a very sad announcement made by a former councilor of Zamboanga City, si VP Elago II. No? Nakita ko sa posting nila po for all the Zamboangueños and friends of Toy Vasquez po, no? Mayroon tayo dito ang ito po, ang posting ni VP Elago, former councilor of Zamboanga City. Sabi niya po sa posting niya po, VP Elago II to Toy Vasquez. Un triste noticia de tu despedida. Nunca hay olvida tu amistad y compañerismo en el esfuerzo de promover con la lenguaje chabacano. Muchas gracias, Primo Toy. In other words po, no? If ito po, si Toy Vasquez, pass away na po, no? May his soul rest in peace. And I know Mr. Toy Vasquez, he was a friend of mine during the college days dyan po sa Ateneo de Zamboanga, no? And he became a teacher and very active when it comes to developing young students po to be a well-rounded person sa Ateneo de Zamboanga University. And we were together sa mga carol or sa mga choral groups po, no? And he's one person who's very, very, very active in trying to preserve the local dialect Chabacano po, no? During those days po, and until now, no? Until his last breath po. So, may his soul rest in peace, and a condolence also to the immediate family of Toy Vasquez, no? Toy Vasquez po. He is from Zamboanga City, and if I'm not mistaken, until now, ang bahay nila po, dyan po sa Canelar, Canelar, Barangay Canelar. Anyway, okay, let's move on and let's push with our topic today, yon 2019 SEA Game allegations of corruption po. You know, this SEA Game, no? Sponsored or done or carried out dyan po sa Pilipinas, sa Tarlac yata yun po, no? Now, this is something that many Filipinos, or if not all Filipinos, are proud of po, no? Because it was a very successful SEA Games ginawa dyan po sa Pilipinas. Dyan po sa Pilipinas. And mayroon yan mga allegations. In fact, authorities concerned conducted a probe or investigation on some allegations about something, no? Something that is not healthy or nice to hear, no? In fact, mayroon yung mga allegations or complaints na there were some food, no? Provided to the athletes, especially to our Muslim brothers and sisters, no? Na halo daw po, na mixed with pork. But the investigation found out na it was not true. It was, instead of pork, it was chicken. And may mga allegation na hindi daw nag-liquidate, no? Some funds dyan po sa, sabihin natin, 2019 SEA Games. SEA Games po dyan sa Pilipinas. But this was already, the investigation was conducted earlier, But unfortunately po, no? Unfortunately, no? Nagdaka din tayo ngayon po, bakit nag-revive na naman ito po, itong investigation. Nag-revive na naman itong investigation. For what reason, we don't know. But anyway, that's the truth. It was announced by no less than ang National Bureau of Investigation, si Attorney Melvin Matibag. Is it politically motivated or not? We don't know. And let's see po what will happen next. Ang importante dyan po, I'm passing the news sa ating mga kaibigan dito po sa Malaysia, mga Filipino communities, as well as ang mga Malaysian friends natin. Filipino communities, hindi lang dyan po sa West Malaysia, but also dito po sa East Malaysia, particularly sa Sabah, and very specific dito po, kasi based tayo dito sa Kota Kinabalu. Shoutout muna tayo kay Manuel Luisa Blanco, is also watching itong programa natin, Nick Talk, the Real Talk with Nico. God bless to you, and all the best on a Sunday morning, Mr. Manuel Luisa Blanco, no? Si Mike ba ito? Or sino? Kapatid ba ito? But anyway, alright, mayroon tayo dito mga notisya po and mga video clips, and I would like to share with you po itong video clips regarding itong issue na ito po, which many Filipinos were very, very proud, no? In fact, we became the champion during the SEA Games 2019 po. And not only being a champion, no, the overall champion, but maganda po talaga ang facilities that we offer to them. That we offer to them, to all the athletes, to all participating teams sa 2019 SEA Games po, 2019 SEA Games. But again, open na naman po itong investigation. As what I said, for reasons we don't know, and let's see po what will happen. What will happen. Alright, nandito, let me share with you itong video clip. Unang-unang video clip coming from no other than ang natin po, ang NBI Director si Attorney Melvin Matibag. Matibag po. Let's watch and listen to this po.
To my initial observation na binigay sa atin, this about 2.3 or 2.2 billion pesos na pondo ng gobyerno na inilagay po sa PhilGov, which is na NGO siya, foundation siya na tinayo for that purpose. Ano po? Ito parang foundation, parang pang inano mo rito, yung sa Napoles doon, mga foundation yan. Ganyan po yan eh. Yan po yung ating iimbestigahan dyan. Dahil pera po ng gobyerno yan, pera ng taong bayan dyan, this should be subjected to liquidation and audit. Ano po ba yung audit natin? Narinig natin yung mga binayad po sa mga officials, yung mga uniform na binili, yung pong pagkain na sinasabi dyan, chicken longganisa raw, tapos may allegation na kikiam. Magtatanong po tayo ng mga ganun. Alamin po natin yan. Kaya po tayo nagpapak-finding. Para sa akin nga, katunayan, hindi nga dapat na nagagalit yung mga malalagay sa investigation. Kasi pag-finding, this is the opportunity na ipaliwanag at masagot. At kaya natin pinapalam sa publiko dahil gusto natin na ang publiko magkaroon ng kaalaman sa pangyayari para hindi nagkakaroon ng speculation at pagbibintang.
Director, sir, po sa tinatanong is yung tungkol sa timing. Bakit po napunta tayo ngayon sa investigation? Ano po ba yung mga, ba't naging ganito yung timing? Kasi two incidents.
Paano pong ibig sabihin ng timing? Ibig sabihin po ba kahit meron na tayo mga dokumento at ebidensya para mag-imbestiga ng krimen? Teka muna, mukhang mali yata yung timing. Hindi mo ba't pag pumasok yung investigation at krimen, kaagad-agad dapat nating aksyonan?
Direk, isa po kasing sinasabi para intimidation daw po ito, para hindi kayo matanong ng tough questions po sa pagharap ng Senate.
They can ask any question kasi po nandun po sila eh. Bakit ka? At because to my
Alright, yun po, narinig natin si Attorney Melvin Matibag, ang National Bureau of Investigation, wherein he announced last week or Monday ba yun or Tuesday ba yun, that the NBI will be opening up again ang case ng 2019 SEA Games complaints po, no? Complaints po. And some people will say, ano ba ito, wrong timing ba? But sabi ni Attorney Matibag, he don't agree itong wrong timing issue po. Dahil sabi niya kung kung nakita natin mga sa fact findings natin, may dahilan to investigate, then not necessarily we have to consider ang timing po. Timing ba dahil ongoing ang impeachment file ni Inday Sara Duterte? Timing ba na he will be the next witness to take the stand sa Tuesday, dyan po sa impeachment file of Inday Sara Duterte sa article of impeachment for yon great threat and inciting sedition. He will be the last witness of the prosecution sa Tuesday yon po, no? So, ganon yan po. So, may mga mixed reaction coming both from the side of the Dutertes and of course, from the other side din po. So, let's see what will happen po. Kung matuloy ba itong investigation, kung sakali matuloy ito po, wala naman tayong problema po, no? The Filipino people, we want to know if there is really that the complaints are genuine. May mga ebidensya po, and those who are involved in this alleged corruption activities carried out during the 2019 SEA Game event dyan po sa Tarlac, if I'm not mistaken, then let's make sure that the people involved will be put behind bars and they have to pay for the crimes that they have committed. And one of the personalities involved dyan po, no, or to be investigated is no less than ang minority leader natin or dyan po sa Senado, si Senator Alan Cayetano, Peter Cayetano po, no? Because during the time, he was the SEA Game chairman yata yun po, no? Organizing chairman. And of course, being a organizing chairman, you must you have something. You're aware of what is happening ang mga deals or kung may mga complaint pa regarding the event, no? Ang preparation ng event, so forth and so on. So, he is one of the personalities po that the NBI will most likely be calling for investigation. Ano naman ang sagot ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano when it comes to this 2029 SEA Game investigation po to be carried out by the National Bureau of Investigation. Let's listen to this video clip that I prepared para sa ating lahat po, para kayo po, mga followers dito sa Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico po, you will understand po. Nandito, let's watch and listen to this.
Sabihin natin sa DOJ, sa NBI at sa Malacanang, hindi kayo halata. Slight lang, pero hindi naman kayo halata. Ito proposal natin sa NBI, sa Malacanang, at saka sa DOJ. Imbestigahan niyo yung Southeast Asian Games 2019 kung saan tayo nag-overall champion at tinangala ng buong Southeast Asia. Imbestigahan niyo ng gusto, bigay niyo lahat. We will support totally. Pag sinabi kong we, ako, at hinihimo ko lahat ng mamayan, supportahan yung investigasyon na yan. Tapos, ako naman, 10 ng aming mga kasama na ngayon ay nasa minority, imbestigahan naman namin ang flood control. Bill? So, madali lang yan, Malacanang, kasi sumusunod naman sa inyo. Sila Senator Erwin, sila Senator Lacson, yung mga nasa Blue Ribbon. Kalabitin nyo na. Total, 30 weeks. Matagal po itong impeachment. At sabi nga, wag panay technicalities. Lalo po ang Blue Ribbon Committee, wala masyadong technicalities doon. So, wag po tayo mangamba sa kahit anong investigasyon. Salamat po sa lahat ng nagpaparating ng suporta, lalo po yung prayers. Pagkatapos sabihin na incidental lang dahil yung building, biglang pinawalang sala na ang mga kakampi nila. Tapos sinabi ng DOJ, tama yung investigasyon na yan. Tapos ang Malacanang, naimbestigahan na daw yung sekretary nila, pero ako daw, hindi pa. Okay lang, imbestigahan natin lahat. Pero hindi naman siguro bad words ang flood control. Ang bad words ay cover up. May list na kami ng mga witnesses na mga matitibay. Yung iba, nasabi na in public. So, supportan natin lahat. All-out investigation. katotohanan para magbago na yung ating bayan. God bless you all.
Alright, yun po, narinig natin ang reaction coming from Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. Suportahan natin. He is more than willing to give his full support sa investigation ng SEA Game. SEA Game allegations or complaints of corruption po. Dealings or activities po. And naghamon din. He gave a challenge sa kabilang kampo sa NBI po at saka sa gobyerno. Sabi niya, okay, you investigate itong SEA Game allegations, investigation po, but ang grupo nila, ang minority group sa Senado po, which is spearheaded by Minority Leader Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, sabi niya po, they will also investigate ang flood control project scandal po. And which, alam na natin, the flood control projects po involves trillions of pesos na wala po, and it went to the wrong people, to irresponsible, greedy politicians po. Whether we like it or not, it was already mentioned in various news reports, be it in stream media or dyan po sa social media po, that names of senators, congressmen, top government officials that also include ang allegations of participation of some cabinet secretaries, undersecretaries, assistant secretaries, and very top government officials, including the private sector, particularly itong mga contractors, those involved sa engineering works, no? And dahil dyan po, no, nahirapan talaga ang mga taong bayan, ang mga Filipinos po, no? Every time we experience flash flood or typhoon dyan po sa Pilipinas, like what happened for the past few days po, may mga typhoon tayo, and we saw fatalities, we saw properties are being damaged, we saw a lot of inconveniences on the part of the flood victims. In fact, yesterday alone po, I saw sa news, sa Zamboanga City po, mayroon din namatay po dahil sa tumaas ang tubig sa river dyan po sa Tumaga River sa Zamboanga City po, no? Sa Zamboanga City, and no less than the mayor of Zamboanga City, si Mayor Kimer Olaso, siya mismo po, nandoon talaga po trying to rescue ang mga victims po, no? Ang mga victims. I think there were 4 victims and 1 died, no? One died po when they went and swim sa river. And all of a sudden po, tumaas ang tubig, and they were not able to escape from the flash flood, or sa a strong water dyan po sa Tumaga River, no? So, yun. Let's see what will happen next. Gustong-gusto na talaga po ang kampo ni Alan Peter Cayetano na they will also investigate ang flood control project, which many people wants to know sino talaga ang mga mastermind, sino talaga ang involved, and we want to see them behind bars po. We heard a lot of promises, pledges, empty promises made by the government, but until now po, sino po nakakulong? Nakakulong po those people who are very vocal, very aggressive in raising up the issue of the flood control projects, kagaya ni Senator Jinggoy Estrada, Senator Rodante Marcoleta, former Senator Bong Revilla, and many more, no? Many more that also include ang mga congressmen. But unfortunately, ang mga pangalan kagaya those who really played, nakikita natin with evidences na po, na played a very important role or vital role in the flood control project anomalous deals, kagaya ni Saldico, former Speaker of the House, si Martin Romualdez, and other names mentioned. Of course, you already know, you heard, no? Mga followers natin po, na they are still free, no? While those against the government, nasa kulungan na po. Nasa kulungan na po. Let's see po what will happen. Let me show you another video clip po. Also, si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano talking about this, sabihin natin, flood control projects po. Let's watch and listen to this. Let's watch and listen to this po. Saan na yun? Saan na yun po? I don't know if this is the one.
Sinabi po ni Senator Erwin Tulfo, wag daw ako masyadong hot dun sa flood control investigation. Ang sabi niya, relax lang daw ako. So mistake number 1, hindi po ako yung hot at hindi po ako yung hindi nagre-relax. Ang ating pong mga kababayan, every single Filipino has asked for an accounting of the biggest corruption scandal in our country in history, involving not billions, not tens of billions, not hundreds of billions, but it involves trillions of pesos. Dahil every year po lampas 5 trillion pesos ang ating budget, and since 2023 1 trillion more or less sa DPWH pa lang na infrastructure, more or less 1/3 doon ang flood control, yung pa lang na imbestigahan. So when you tell us, Senator Erwin Tulfo, relax ka lang, grabe ang init ng ulo mo pag sa programa mo sa TV at radyo, 2-3 na tao kausap mo, problema na mag-asawa, tama yon. Kasi those are real lives and real problems. Pero ito problema ng buong Pilipinas, sasabihan mo kami lahat, relax ka lang.
Alright, yun po, narinig natin po, no? Si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano commenting on the statement made by Senator Erwin Tulfo. He is now, si Senator Erwin Tulfo is now the chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee, no? And hanggang ngayon po, wala pa tayong announcement whether they're going to resume itong Blue Ribbon Committee investigation sa flood control project po. Sa flood control project. So, yun din po ang sigaw ng mga tao. We want to see na mag-resume na po si Senator Erwin Tulfo ang investigasyon ng Blue Ribbon Committee, no? Para malalaman na po. Okay, let's watch another video clip of Senator Alan Peter Cayetano po.
Kung makikita mo, ano ba sistema ng gobyerno ngayon? Una, kuyog, di ba? So pagka ikaw ay naging oposisyon, vlogger ka man, mayor, congressman, senador, journalist, kung ano man, basta't mag-ingay ka, kukuyugin ka muna. Whether it's through trolls or whether it's through the NBI, whether it's through the departments that are relevant, medyo kukuyugin ka muna. Oo. Kung hindi ka makuha sa kuyog, kakasuhan ka na. Noong 1986, nagkaroon ng EDSA Revolution. Sabi natin, never again. Sabi natin, hindi na tayo papayag na muli mabawi ang ating kalayaan. And then afterwards, between that, ngayon, 2026, naging issue nung 2022, ibabalik ba natin ang isang Marcos? Pero sabi, Team Unity, Marcos Duterte, galing tayo sa pandemic, nakatikim tayo ng mga 10 taon na economic growth from the time of President Pinoy and President Duterte, who I very much respect both of them. So, nung nag-anniversary nung 2026, 40 years, we have to ask ourselves, do we already have that mentality of conquerors? Or ang mentality pa ba natin ay slaves, di ba? So, saan slave? Siguro sa corruption at poverty, di ba? Kung makikita mo, ano ba sistema ng gobyerno ngayon? Una, kuyog, di ba? So pagka ikaw ay naging oposisyon, vlogger ka man, mayor, congressman, senador, journalist, kung ano man, basta't mag-ingay ka, kukuyugin ka muna. whether it's through trolls or whether it's through the NBI, whether it's through the departments that are relevant, medyo kukuyugin ka muna.
Alright, yun po, narinig natin si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano po, no? So, alright, let's see what will happen. And tingnan natin, no? These coming days, weeks, and months, let's see what will happen po. Diyan po ang mga updates, diyan po sa, sabihin natin, political stories po sa Pilipinas. Okay. Before I will conclude itong programa natin po, let me remind you po that tomorrow, Monday po, resume na naman po ang impeachment trial of Inday Sara Duterte po, no? And walang witness. There will be no witness to be presented by the prosecution team. Bukas, because the senator judges will now focus on the decision whether they will allow, ang trial court will allow the request of the prosecution to issue subpoena for the bank and the tax account of Vice President Inday Sara Duterte and other documents including itong MLAC, no? And of course, they also want the subpoena to be issued for the release of some financial documents of the spouse of Vice President Inday Sara Duterte, which is si Tony Mans Carpio po. Mans Carpio. So walang witnesses. So they will be voting. They will be voting tomorrow kung they will allow, ang impeachment court will allow to issue this subpoena po, no? The subpoena. So let's see po kung ano ang decision. But anyway, the following day, that will be Tuesday, the Vice President Sara Inday Duterte's defense team is ready to cross-examine National Bureau of Investigation Director Melvin Matibag, the last prosecution witness for Article 4 in the ongoing impeachment trial against Duterte. That will be on Tuesday po. In an interview with One News, a defense spokesperson, spokesperson Michael Powa said that while they are already preparing for Article 1, which pertains to the VP's alleged misuse of confidential funds, they are also anticipating the prosecution's presentation of Matibag. We watched his testimony before the House Committee on Justice. Of course, we are not discounting the possibility that there will be more to be added to what has already been said in the Committee on Justice. So we will pay attention to his testimony and we will ensure that we will be able to effectively cross-examine Director Matibag, sabi ni Michael Powa. Matibag is scheduled to take the witness stand on July 21. That will be on Tuesday. We are ready to test the credibility of a witness, and not only the credibility, but of course the testimony and what he will be saying at this time, sabi ni Michael Powa. Presiding Officer Senator Francis Escudero has granted the prosecution's request to subpoena 2 Land Bank of the Philippine employees and House of Representative officials in preparation for deliberation on Article 1. To be issued subpoena are Legislative Archive and Museum Management Service and Chief Merivic Pareja, Violeta Constantino, and Nenita Composano, managers of Land Bank, Shaw Boulevard, and the Department of Education branches respectively. Alright. So, yan po. Yan po ang schedule natin for tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, they are going to present they will start ang ano ito po, the Article 1 yata yun po, your confidential funds. Because si Inday Sara Duterte is facing sa impeachment file niya po four article of impeachment. One is the grave threat, inciting sedition, confidential fund, and then I think is a bribery, and then unexplained wealth. Apat yun po, no? Apat yun po. So, yun ang latest updates natin tungkol po dito sa what is happening sa Pilipinas on a Sunday morning po. On a Sunday morning. So, with this, I hope maski paano, I managed to give you or update you what is happening dyan po sa Pilipinas, especially itong 2019 SEA Games investigation to be conducted by the National Bureau of Investigation. Ano ba ito? Politically motivated or kailangan na talaga ito investigation. According to Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, who was once or he was the organizing chairman sa SEA Games 2019, sabi niya po he welcome itong investigation, and at the same time he challenged he promised that he will support itong investigation, and he also said that the minority group sa Senado po will also focus on the investigation of the much awaited flood control project scandal po, which involved trillions of pesos. So with this, once again, si Nico Fabian would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Hidop Malaysia, Sababole, mabuhay ang Pilipinas. God bless the world. I love you all. I see you in my next episode. Bye and enjoy kayo po itong weekend.